Look at that, look at that, look at that. Purdy, purdy boy, purdy. Mm, mm, mm. How pretty that is. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Cook Plate Repeat. Today, we are making some flavorful, crispy, crunchy, air-fried chicken wings. Party wings, guys. And we're gonna be using my air fryer. This air fryer is the bomb. It's the Typhor 2 air fryer. Look how good these chicken wings look. Look at that. Look at those chicken wings. And this blue cheese homemade dipping sauce. I'm gonna show you how to make that too. These air fryer wings are fire. They're fired and fire. I'm gonna show you how to make them. Watch what I do. Let's get started. All right, guys, before we start seasoning our party wings, we first need to talk about what type of seasoning we're gonna use. And the seasoning that I'm gonna use today is Kinder's garlic and herb seasoning. This is some really good seasoning. You can buy it from Costco. Now, you don't have to use this seasoning. You can just use plain salt, pepper, and garlic. But this is some really good seasoning. I highly advise it. Now, let's go ahead and season our party wings. All right, so let's go ahead and season our wings. I put that Kinder's garlic and herb seasoning in a bowl because I like to have full control over my seasoning when I season my chicken. So we're gonna go ahead and start our seasoning. I like to sprinkle it just like this. You're just gonna work it in just like this. And add more seasoning as you need it because you want this herb seasoning to coat this chicken really good. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can put olive oil on your chicken and then, season it. But because we're gonna use the air fryer today, I decided not to do that. So you can just make sure your chicken is patted down dry. And that's the thing, guys. You always want to make sure that your chicken is clean. I cleaned this chicken with vinegar water. You can use lemon juice water or any type of other solution to make sure that your chicken is clean. Some people just use baking soda in their water. That's fine too. But you always want to make sure your chicken is clean and pat it down dry. So this chicken was patted down as dry as I could get it. And you want to make sure you do that before you add olive oil or if you're just going to do straight seasoning to the chicken. All right, gonna add some more seasoning here. And you just wanna take your time on this step. Make sure everything's nice and seasoned throughout. Don't rush this because this part of the process determines how tasteful your chicken is gonna be. You don't want no bland chicken. Nobody wants no bland chicken, okay? And what I usually do is I let this sit for at least 15 minutes. Now, personally, what I do is, I let this marinate overnight. I prep this a day ahead of time. But if you don't have the time to do that, you come home from work, you're tired, you just want to put something in the air fryer or the oven, just let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes. As you can see, that chicken is getting nice and coated. And guys, when we put this in the air fryer, it's gonna be beautiful, okay? Now, this doesn't knock using frying oil, okay? Like I said before, double fry or die. Double fry or bye, bye, bye. I'm still on my double fry kick. But, a lot of people were telling me in the comments, no, this chicken is real good. Your chicken is really good. Your method is really good. But we need something a little healthier. So I said, okay, let me try air frying. And when I did it, it came out beautiful. So I'm just sharing this recipe with you guys. All right, now see, that's nice and seasoned. Now, to some of you, you might be like, man, that's not enough seasoning. And I'm looking at this, I'm saying to myself, let me add a little bit more. I'm gonna transfer my chicken to another bowl and season it, okay? Again. Transfer my chicken to another bowl. Move that out the way. Add some more. So I transferred it to another bowl. You're gonna season again. The reason why I put it in another bowl is because sometimes seasoning sticks around the bowl. And you may have clumps of seasoning around the bowl, so I just got another clean bowl. And I found this works better for me, but you don't have to use two bowls. You can use one. It's up to you, but I found that this works better. Less seasoning sticks to the bowl. We're just gonna dump the rest in there. Okay, guys. Our chicken is thoroughly seasoned. Look at that. Nice and thoroughly seasoned, okay? There's a flat. I don't like flats that much. There's a flat. All you guys who like flats, I like flats, but not as much as drums. Here's another nicely seasoned drum, okay? Okay, our chicken is thoroughly seasoned. Now, at this point, you can allow it to sit and marinate for 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour. I usually, at a minimum, let my chicken marinate for about 30 minutes. It's up to you. So after you allow it to marinate, we're gonna go ahead and transfer this to our air fryer tray. All right, guys, so what we're gonna be doing now is transferring our chicken to our air fryer tray. Now, I just wanna let you guys know, I got this new air fryer. Its brand is Typher, and I've fallen in love with it. It cooks so well and so evenly, I'm telling you. And when you see the finished result from this chicken being cooked in this air fryer, you might run out to the store and try to buy one. But hey, you don't have to have that brand. You can use any brand you want. But I'm gonna show you a little bit more about this air fryer after we place our chicken in here and slide it in. Let's go ahead and transfer our chicken into our air fryer tray. So I'm gonna start like this and work back towards me. Yeah, I had to wait to make sure that this air fryer, I was eyeing this air fryer, doing a lot of research on this air fryer for a little while, you know, waiting for it to go on sale on Amazon. And on Prime Day, I got like $120 off on this air fryer. And I tell you, it's worth its weight in gold. You know, you don't have to worry about, you know, sticking your chicken into a hot Dutch oven filled with frying oil. You just season your chicken and place your chicken right in your air fryer and just time it and walk away. I tell you, I love this air fryer. And so now what I'm gonna do is just place the rest. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how I temperature settings and how many times I air fry, because this is a lot of chicken. This is like, I think a little bit over 3 pounds of chicken. In fact, I think it's around 4.5 pounds. But the more chicken you put in here, the more cycles of air frying, you know, you need to do. So the less chicken you put in here, the less cycles of air frying. So the more chicken you put in here, the more cycles, okay? Now, because I'm putting a lot of chicken in here, I'm gonna do multiple cycles of air frying, just like you would if you were frying chicken in frying oil. You know, you do the first fry, and then after about 25 minutes, you take it out, let it sit, do your next batch, and then you do your second fry, right? You're gonna do basically the same thing. We're gonna air fry this about 2.5 cycles. So that looks about enough. And I still have chicken left, and we can fry this after we finish air frying the majority that we have here. Okay, so we finished putting our party wings in our air fryer. Now what we're gonna do is slide the tray in to our air fryer and turn it on. Okay, guys, we got our chicken in our air fryer tray. So let's go ahead and slide our chicken into our Typher air fryer. Okay, we're just gonna turn this on. As you can see, I have it preset at 365 degrees for, I'm gonna say for 25 minutes, okay? So if I were to fry chicken in a frying oil, I would do the same thing. I would make sure that my temperature is at 365 and set it, and I would fry my chicken for about 25 minutes, all right? Especially Korean fried chicken. All you do is hit the air fryer button, okay? Set it again to 25 and hit play. And you hear it starting up. That's all you do. Guys, this Typher air fryer is wonderful. The way it fries chicken is, it fries it evenly, it gets crispy, and it has a slight crunch to it, and it's like, it's perfect. I can't explain it to you. You have to try it for yourself. Now, I'm just gonna let you know, Typher did not send this air fryer to me for me to talk about it and say a whole bunch of good things about it, okay? I bought this air fryer myself. So Typher has nothing to do. I'm not advertising for Typher. I just bought this air fryer due to the research that I've done, okay? But I'm gonna let you know, if you get this Typher air fryer, you'll be using it every day. All right, so again, all you gotta do is drop your chicken in here and you go. We'll see you guys back in about 25 minutes. Okay, guys, the first cycle of our air fry is complete. So let's pull our tray out and let's see how it looks. Ooh, look at that. Look at that, guys. That is pretty. Look how pretty that is. Let's turn that. Let's turn that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. This is what you want. Why do you need to go to a restaurant? Make your restaurant at home. Be home and cook your food. It's cheaper and it tastes better. I'm telling you. All right, I'm off my soapbox. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna turn our chicken, okay? So I'm just gonna set it right here to give us some leverage, right? I'm just gonna turn them because I want every side to get fried with that air. Gotta hold yourself back, boy. Hold yourself back. Hold yourself back. When I first made these wings, my wife and I tore these wings up. It was a travesty. That's how my wife likes to say. It's a travesty. That's right. No wing left behind. Get every wing. You know, A couple of animals have a hard way to go. Chicken has a hard way to go. Everybody wants chicken. I like chicken. You like chicken? Nice, clean, lean meat. And guys, using an air fryer is a way to get nice, clean food. You don't have to use frying oil. If you want to stay away from the oil. Some people can't have, after they get fried chicken, it's like there's a big weight in their stomach. Doesn't make them feel good. And here's another method, air fry. Using the air that we breathe every day, heat it up to fry our chicken. And I have a Korean fried chicken air fryer video coming up. Stay tuned for that. You talking about some crunchy, juicy chicken. It's almost as juicy as using frying oil. We'll get to that. We'll talk about that. That can be a debate, All right, so we turn our chicken, and now we're gonna put it back in there for another 25 minutes. Okay, air fry mode, 365, 25 minutes. We're gonna press play. We'll see you back in 25 minutes. All right, guys, this is our second air fry cycle that just completed. Let's see how our chicken looks. Ooh, wee! Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful, people. Look at that. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That is pretty. That is pretty. Look how pretty that is. I tell you, this air fryer is worth its weight in gold. Now, you can just stop right here if you wanted to, okay? You can stop right here. I mean, it looks pretty good. Look at that garlic and herb seasoning. I mean, look at that garlic and herb seasoning. Smells good, boy. I'm telling you. You want some? It's mine. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Air fryer fried chicken. It's a good way to go. Now, this doesn't beat my alternative. Well, no, it's not an alternative. My primary way of frying chicken with frying oil, okay? This is just an alternative, a healthier alternative. That frying oil is good, boy. Frying oil, fried chicken. Double fry or die? All right, so now, like I said, you could just leave it like this, but I'm gonna go for an extra 15 minutes, okay? And I'm gonna turn it down to 330, okay? Air fry, 330. 15 minutes. We'll see you back in 15 minutes. Okay, guys, now that our party wings are on their last cycle, air fry cycle, we're gonna go ahead and make our blue cheese dipping sauce, okay? So let's go ahead and make that. All right, guys, here are our ingredients. We have our gorgonzola blue cheese. This is some really good blue cheese that's already salted. Don't need to add salt. You can get it from Costco, or you can use any blue cheese that you prefer. We have 1 cup of sour cream. We have 1 cup of mayonnaise. We have 1 cup of blue cheese crumble, and we have our mixing bowl here, and we have our buttermilk substitute, okay? Now for the buttermilk substitute, I didn't have buttermilk. So what I used was 1 cup of milk and I squeezed about a half a lemon in here, okay? So if you don't have buttermilk, this is a nice buttermilk substitute that you can use, all right? It's gonna start curling up and become a little bit thicker, all right? So now, all we do, guys, is dump and go. So let's go ahead and dump and go. Just gonna put our sour cream in here, our mayonnaise. Hey, and guys, I'm a Miracle Whip boy. I've been raised on Miracle Whip Light, and that's what's going in here. Now, if you Hellmann's or Dukes, you do you, all right? You do whatever you want to do with your mayonnaise. It's up to you what type of mayonnaise you want to put in here. And we have our blue cheese, okay? Now, this blue cheese is already salted. You don't need to add any more salt to it, all right? It's already salted. Now, one thing I forgot to add, and that is our garlic and lemon powder. Our garlic powder and onion powder, all right? So we're just gonna put about a teaspoon of garlic powder and about a teaspoon of onion powder. And guys, we're just gonna mix this up. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my whisk. We're gonna mix this up. And now we're gonna go ahead and add in our buttermilk substitute. See how it kind of curls? That's what you want. Now we're gonna mix this up. Just gonna keep mixing. See how nice, and it's not too thick, it's not too loose. It's just right. This is better than any type of blue cheese you can get, from Wingstop or any other restaurant that sells blue cheese dip. You can make it right at home. So like we always do, we have to taste what we make, right? All right. That's really good. That's really good. That's seriously good. All right, guys, so we got our blue cheese dip ready to go. It was quick, it was simple, it was easy. Now we're just waiting for our wings to get done in our air fryer. Okay guys, our last air fry cycle for 15 minutes just completed. So let's see how pretty these wings look. Guys, look at that, look at that, look at that. How pretty that is. Pretty boy. Yes, sir. That's wonderful, beautiful chicken party wings at home. You make this at home. This is better than anything you can get out of a restaurant. Wingstop, Chat's, anybody. Make this at home. Save yourself some money and become the chef you need to be. See, here on this channel, we make sure we give your cooking a lot of CPR so you can be a good chef at home. Save your money. Look at how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. Wonderful. All right. So we cooked it. Now let's plate this. Okay, guys, here's our perfectly cooked garlic and herb party wings. Look how nicely cooked they are. The vibrant colors. How crispy it is. This is crispy. And we have our blue cheese, homemade blue cheese dipping sauce. Now, the true test to me is the crunch factor. We didn't use no potato starch. We didn't use any cornstarch. We didn't use any rice flour. Let's see how they are by themselves, okay? All right, let's pick this one. Okay, let's see if we can hear that crunch. This is seriously good. Guys, this is the bomb. I'm telling you, see my dimples? They're saying this is some good chicken. Now, let's see if we can get a second crunch out of this. Look how clean that is. Look how clean that is. I'm gonna show you another piece. That's clean. That's clean, boy. Usually at this point, I put this whole thing in my mouth. I can't do that with y'all, okay? It's called etiquette. Let's see if we can get another crunch. See if we can get another crunch. How about this one? Let's see. Party in my mouth. Block party in my mouth. You know, this is different from when you fry. You know, when you fry, you have to season your chicken good so that when it hits the hot oil, you know, there's enough seasoning in that chicken so that when that oil hits it, it doesn't, you know, flood the zone. And nothing but the hot air on that chicken and those seasonings, it presses into that chicken. So I have to say, this comes out more flavorful than chicken being fried in frying oil. I have to say, I'm good at, guys, you know, frying chicken is something I love, and I pride myself on that. But I have to admit, this air fried chicken is great, okay? We double air fried it and did another air fry cycle for 15 minutes. Look how clean that is. How clean that is. It's clean. Okay, guys. I'm about to forget about y'all, eat that chicken. All right, guys. So we cooked it, we plated it, and we'll see you here again when we repeat the process. From my kitchen to your kitchen, much love, and we'll see you later.